Picture this: a boy born into slavery, his future seemingly shackled by the chains of his birth. Yet, this boy would grow to be one of the most influential philosophers in history. How does a slave, someone with no control over his own life, come to teach the world about freedom? This is the story of Epictetus, the Stoic sage whose life began in hardship and ended in timeless wisdom. Today we're diving deep into the early life of Epictetus, exploring how adversity forged the foundation of his philosophy in the most unlikely of circumstances. Epictetus was born around 50 CE in Hierapolis, a city in the Roman province of Phrygia, in modern-day Turkey. This ancient city, known for its thermal springs and temples, was a bustling center of commerce and culture. But for Epictetus, it was not a place of opportunity. From the very beginning, his life was marked by adversity. As a child, he was enslaved and eventually brought to Rome to serve under Epictetus, a wealthy freedman who worked as a secretary to Emperor Nero. Slavery in ancient Rome was brutal. Slaves had no legal rights, were subjected to harsh treatment, and their lives were completely at the mercy of their masters. Yet, even as a young boy, Epictetus seemed to possess an inner strength. He displayed a quiet resilience, a spark that would later ignite into a powerful philosophy. Despite his circumstances, Epictetus was observant and curious. He began to understand that knowledge could be a path to freedom, even if only in the mind. This thirst for understanding would ultimately change the trajectory of his life. Epictetus' intelligence and curiosity did not go unnoticed. His master, Epictetus, allowed him to pursue an education in philosophy. This decision, perhaps made out of pragmatism or mere whim, would change the course of history. Through these teachings, Epictetus began to see that while his body might be enslaved, his mind could remain free. This realization would become a cornerstone of his philosophy, one he would teach for the rest of his life. Epictetus' life was not without physical suffering. According to tradition, he endured a severe injury while still a slave. Some accounts suggest that his leg was deliberately broken by his master, an act of cruelty that left him with a permanent limp. For many, such suffering might lead to bitterness or despair, but for Epictetus, it became yet another lesson in resilience. He came to embody the Stoic principle that external circumstances, no matter how harsh, need not dictate one's inner peace. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. His physical condition served as a constant reminder of the Stoic belief that external events are beyond our control. What truly matters is how we choose to respond to them. Epictetus's Stoicism was not theoretical, it was lived, tested and proven through his own pain and endurance. Eventually, Epictetus gained his freedom. While the exact circumstances remain unclear, it likely occurred after Nero's death and the subsequent decline of Epictetus's influence. For the first time, Epictetus was no longer bound by the chains of slavery. But rather than seeking wealth or power, he chose a life devoted to philosophy. In Rome, Epictetus became one of the most sought-after teachers of Stoic philosophy. His teachings attracted students from all walks of life, including future leaders and thinkers. He opened a school where he shared the wisdom he had earned through hardship, emphasizing that true freedom begins within. Epictetus's philosophy was deeply shaped by his early experiences. He taught that the key to happiness lies in understanding what is within our control and letting go of what is not. For someone who had lived as a slave, this perspective was not just theoretical, it was a hard-won truth. His teachings emphasized practical wisdom, how to live a good life regardless of external circumstances. Epictetus reminded his students that even in the face of suffering, one's mind remains free. It is this unwavering focus on inner freedom that has made his philosophy timeless. Epictetus's journey from slavery to philosopher wasn't just a personal triumph. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of philosophy. His teachings, preserved through the works of his students, remind us that no matter our circumstances, true freedom is always within reach. Thank you for watching. If you found inspiration in Epictetus's story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of history's greatest thinkers. Until next time, stay resilient and stay curious.